It's Week 17 of the National Football League. And coming up next, it's the Jets, reigning league MVP. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Jets and the Bills on Sunday Night Primetime.
The Jets are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. They'll throw to begin this drive. Chased out to his right. He's running with... And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Jets get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary... today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
To throw here on first down. Forced out to his right. That's completed right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That goes for 36 yards. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. They go play action on first. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him, calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
He's on the move. Took off with it again, and he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets take a 13-0 lead. And this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it to.
Kate, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can...
Headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he's been more than just his passing touchdowns this season. In fact, you can see it right here. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing scores late in the campaign. Play action on first down. Headed out right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
We always hear about a tight end as a quarterback's best friend. That play is so indicative of it, Kate. You love a big target, and you know if you could hit him in stride, he's got a chance to get some big yards after the catch.
It began at the 30 and has now jumped to 1st and 10 all the way down inside the red zone. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. It's going to be a gain of 5 on what will be the final play of our opening quarter. That's the end of one here on New Year's Eve. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Back now for the second quarter, and the Jets, they've got to look towards that end zone. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And they take this in for the score. The Jets take a 13-point lead. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
Ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And it's been impossible to contain this guy as both a passer and a runner all season. Late in the year, look, he's the leader among quarterbacks in rushing yards. Airing it out to start this drive. On the move, headed right. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it'll give the Jets a first down. Only took him one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's grabbed inside the 30. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And he already has a passing touchdown in this game. As you can see, that's what he's done with regularity all year, sitting among the NFL leaders in that category. Throwing now, off play action. Vacates quickly left side. That one's caught along the left sideline. Oh, what a stiff arm. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets ballooning the first half lead even further. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And while they've worried about his arm a little bit early, he's been happy to get some yards on the ground, looking like an effective dual threat thus far. They'll throw on first. Flush down out to his left. He can run it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. And I know we're still in the first half, but you look at his totals, Brock. It's looking like 100 yards isn't just a faint possibility. It's almost a certainty with how well he's been mixing some dual threat reps into his work here. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. To throw it on first down. Caught for big yards on the right side. That one hits for 30. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Well, he sure has come out throwing a good ball today, and the passing game has really been clicking early on thanks to his efforts.
Yeah, his plays really elevated the start his pass catchers have been able to have as a result. And you know what they're all thinking right now? This could be a game where we all get to put up some serious numbers, especially if he keeps throwing it like this.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. They go play action here. Bails out of the pocket quick. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets boat racing them to the halftime locker room. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Back to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs, but not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. He tucks it and takes off. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
Throw on 3rd down. Escapes out to the left. Throwing on the... That's caught at the 25. He will go. Touchdown, New York. The Jets grow the lead coming out of halftime. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Spread the field and send him all deep, baby. All right, this might be a stupid question, Brock, but what makes that play call successful against an NFL secondary?
Yeah, because 4 verts is good against a college secondary, a high school secondary, a Pop Warner secondary, because it burdens and stresses that defense. And if you got people that can run and you got 4 choices to choose from, oftentimes you'll find one to hit on.
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Throw right side, caught by Wilson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And that completion gets him up to 400 yards in the football game. No, it's a tough mark to reach, but one that every quarterback takes pride in being able to reach, or at least challenge every so often. They're going play action. Buying some time left. Finds him on the crossing route. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York! The Jets can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
From midfield now. Chased out to his right. On the move, looking deep down the middle. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Forced out to his right. Brought in inside the 20. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. And he continues to rise higher and higher as this game goes on. That's now a 500-yard performance for him. Less than 30 times that's ever happened, which puts in perspective the enormity of what he's accomplished here. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Jets piling onto the scoreboard yet again. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner, but man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all 1-yard plungers, if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You can go several games without even scoring one. So to get 4 in one contest, you'll never, ever forget it.
Airing it out to start this drive. Throwing on the run, deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets throwing 6 more on the blowout. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. 3 touchdown catches in one game is rare air, Brock. Safe to say most guys who retire can name every time they did that here in the NFL.
Yeah, I hope he remembers it, but also remember this. Receivers, they're a dependent position. They're dependent on the guys doing their job up front. They're dependent on the quarterback putting on the spot. And usually, when you reach a milestone like this, you love to share it with everybody else. And my guess, especially if they could find a way to win this one, is this receiver.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. He's on the move. Finds a man right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time he could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 28 out of that play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York! The Jets continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Throwing now on first down. Getting out to his left. And they're not stopping the destruction, partner. That is caught. Touchdown. The Jets are running them out of the building. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. Well, they certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
You know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice and not ready for that sudden change they talk about.
Wow, they're gonna pass it here. Flushed out of the pocket. Now he throws deep across the field, left side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they face second down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. That's completed right side. Here he goes again. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Jets throwing 6 more on the blowout. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
So it's a road win for the Jets. And it's harder and harder not to mention, Brock, the possibility of an undefeated season as they add another to their total here in the penultimate month of the campaign.